Huh? Oh, that's bad.
There shouldn't be any bolts in your oil pans, guys. All right, make sure you get your oil pan boltless.
But I'm kind of still gonna send it. So today is a new day and we're getting this motor taken apart completely to see what we need to fix and how we could fix it, or we could get the BRZ back on the road, because boys, I need my car.
Don't mind the mess in the garage. It's a very bad mess. I don't want to keep showing you. But anyways, the motor is here on the stand. I have my little heater here because it is freaking brick outside. So I'm going to put you guys on the tripod and literally just go to town on this engine, because there is a whole bunch of different bolts and plugs and this and that. And I never worked on a Subaru motor. I've only done Hondas.
But luckily I got you guys to keep me company. So let's get to it. Alright, so I already started by taking off the alternator. There's a bunch of other things that we're going to need to take off, but I'm going to start off, other than the alternator, with the intake manifold and probably some of the harness, because once the harness is gone, there's going to be a lot more free space for me to take things off. So harness and intake manifold need to go now. Alright, so now that's off, all we gotta do now is to take off the actual fuel rail and the little like coolant passageway, just to get to the timing chain cover, because that's where like the real damage is at. Well, that you could see, like probably like bearing material and like shavings and stuff like that. So we're gonna take that off first, just to see if we could see anything of the carnage that this motor probably went through.
So again, here real quick, this is like that little coolant passageways that I'm telling you about, and then right here is the little like fuel rails. So you one right here and then one right there, since it's all connected through this little tube. Yeah, coming off. And then right here, timing chain cover, which is literally this whole thing, needs to come off. Look at that leak that we had before anything happened. Yeah, this engine was dirty. Look at all this. Look at all this stuff inside. I don't think I even showed you this, guys. Oh, this great. It's not gonna freaking focus now. Yeah, completely caked up intakes. Look at that. All the bolts are off. Here goes nothing. So oil should be coming out, and there's a couple pry points. Oh my god, I didn't know that much oil was gonna come out. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's not much glitter. I lied. There's a lot on this side over here. I don't know if you can see it because of the light. Oh, buddy, I need you. It's okay, we're good. Let's put this down before we cause any more damage. Doesn't look that bad. Like, I thought a lot of things were going to be destroyed, like a couple teeth or something, or, you know, it's kind of clean. Not gonna lie. Well, except the motor. Well, the engine looked like, that is disgusting. That is all the oil that I'm telling you guys about? Yeah, nah. Nasty. Okay, I lied about the shavings. I found a bunch. It's behind the actual chain. See that right there? Yeah, that's a lot. I would show you guys better with a light, but my phone's dead, so I can't show you as much as I wanted to, but oh my god. There you go. Some on my finger. Oh man. Yeah, that ain't glitter no more. That's confetti. We got the timing chains off. Now, I was looking into the oil pan through this little hole right here. And brother, let me tell you, it is not good. Oil pan bolts are completely off. Now we just gotta take off this mountain of freaking RTV that they put on these cars. So I managed to bend the oil pan in like 3 different spots. So probably definitely gonna need a new one after this. But give me a second. Oh my god. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, brother. Okay. Yikes. Huh? Oh, that's bad. That is bad. Oh, it wasn't just a rod bearing, boys. It wasn't just a rod bearing, boys. Oh, man. All right. You see that? That's not supposed to be there. Oh my, you see that right there, right? You see that bolt? There shouldn't be any bolts in your oil pans, guys. All right, make sure you get your oil pan boltless. All right, this is underneath. That's not good. This is even worse. That isn't supposed to be there. Oh man, we opened up a freaking mystery box of surprises over here. Yeah, boys, we are cooked. This is not supposed to be loose anywhere. Completely cooked. So I kept going with our recording, but one head is off. This is the passenger side. Doesn't seem to have any damage on the cylinder walls. Like, look at that. It's like a mirror. Took apart the oil pickup tube. First of all, this is 100% silicone. Look at that. Oh my god. But it's clogged with bearing material, so you could kind of see there the shimmers and the freaking silicone. So this is underneath the oil pan, that little underneath the block as well. Completely dented through that. And for the actual carnage, that is the rod. Look at it. That's the crank with the bearing still on there. It is bad. It is so bad. But I mean, it did mess up the block a little bit just right here, just by scratching it. Doesn't look like there's too much damage other than that, but obviously I haven't looked at the cylinder wall yet.
So it wasn't just a rod bearing, it's bad.
It was the whole freaking rod disconnected from the piston. Oh brother. And what I was hoping that didn't happen was that the cylinder got messed up. And oh, come on, focus. It kind of didn't. Like, it looks really good here, but once you're in the back, yeah, look, you see all that poundage that happened down there, bro. And then also on the cylinder wall, right at the bottom, it's nicked a bunch of times. New block is needed.
The next day.
Alright, so you're probably asking yourself what the heck happened and why are we outside? Well, as you've seen, the block was totally toast. So I found one on Facebook that was actually completely built. Not like, fast guy built, just stock motor. But it's the stock bottom end from a 2014. And we drove 6 hours all the way down to Virginia to go pick it up. And of course, my boy Dionis came out and helped me out, but this is the block. Since it's in the trunk, I don't really want to take it out, but this is the block. Complete with the crank, pistons, and everything. So it's ready to go. It's ready to drop in. Time to drive 6 hours back. So see you guys in a bit. All right, so we made it back home. The only thing left to do is I'm just gonna clean up the heads real quick, clean up the block with a little bit of brake cleaner and degreaser. Same thing with the head. And then we're just waiting on the gaskets to get here, and then we could put the head gaskets back on, all the new gaskets, and hopefully not leak anywhere, because I do not want to take this engine out again. And then from there, all we gotta do is just drop it in the car and pray it works.
So the heads basically completely cleaned. I did use brake cleaner and a degreaser on them, and then literally washed the heads with water and put the water through all the ports to make sure everything is good with no debris in it. I want to take off the valves because they are caked in carbon deposit, so we're going to clean that up real quick. You see how dirty that is? Yeah, disgusting. So we need to lap these valves real quick, because look at the valve, literally completely caked. So heads are completely finished, super duper clean. Look at that. You could eat off that. So super duper clean, and they're both done. Now what I'm doing is I just put in the rear main seal, and this is the old block, this is the new one. So I'm transferring all the parts from here to this one. There was one problem though,
and it's kind of a big problem, but luckily your boy solved it. I mean, it's super ghetto and it might not work, but it is what it is.
So this is where the clutch goes, right? And this is the crank sensor right there. That's where it goes. But as you could see, it is empty. Again, this is the old block. The new one looked like this. It didn't have the housing. So what I did was took it off the old one and put it on the new one. But the bad thing is that there's these dowel pins right here, and I don't know if they come out or not, but they didn't come out this time, and I tried to take it out as softly as I could and actually broke the sensor housing. So as you can see, the sensor housing, it is chipped right here. See, look, like it's broken. It's gone. So what I did, since I can't get those little like studs out or dowel pins, I just put some bolts that actually fit like basically perfectly in there, pressed it against, and then tighten these for it could be as close to as leveled as it's supposed to be. So we're good to go. Take these bad boys out and let's get this party started.
Can you talk to the ops next for me? 21. Town for a whole hour. If I had it, you can have it.
At the end of the day, guys, I still can't believe this is the damage. Look at that. Oh, man. Oh. The forbidden glitter.
Finally, after hours of putting this motor back together, we're basically almost done. We've got to do just the timing chain and then small like miscellaneous things and putting the harness back on, obviously, before we get it in the car. All right, I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. When we were putting the head back together, the bolts, I kind of didn't put them in a little baggie or anything or name them or like, you know, mark them. So I kind of put them in random spots. They were educated guesses though. All right, so we should be good because everything fit. But there's a couple long bolts and then a couple small bolts. It was a headache and a crazy guessing game. Hopefully we're all good, boys. But this is the product right now. See, we have one head on there. Other head is on down here. I cleaned this tube out, so we're reusing the same one. When I was taking off the oil pan, I kind of did bend it because they love to use RTV on these engines. So we might reuse the same one. I'm just going to clean this out very, very, very well. Well, we got to do what we got to do because, you know, your boy is a little tight on money right now. So do me a favor, like and subscribe, please. So we ran into one little small problem, but I got to figure it out. After putting the timing chain cover back on completely how it's supposed to go, if you remember how we used the different size bolts for the head because my dumb ass didn't know which bolts were which because I didn't label it. So you guys label your damn bolts, okay? Anyways, timing chain cover is on, and these two little bolts right here are supposed to be long ones, like the ones that go out here. But I didn't have them, and I used two regular ones, and they actually started stripping the threads a little bit, like 3 little threads. It wasn't too much that I had to be concerned, but regardless, strip the threads. So what I did, went to handy dandy Subaru, got myself 3 of them, just in case I break one. Oil pan is completely cleaned in and out. And remember how I said I had to like literally pry these edges? So what I did is I kind of flattened them down. I mean, probably not the smartest way to do it, but look at that. That's like a perfect seal. So what I did is take a nice little extension, see, extension, and took a hammer to the top. So all I did was do this and just start hammering that baby. Not crazy hard that you're trying to freaking break the freaking block, but you know, just hard enough to bend the aluminum.
One eternity later.
Yep, we're putting a motor in the jam. It's winter time right now. Like if it's not cold outside, freezing my ass off. Everybody freezing their asses off right now. Damn, who would have thought the motor would have been gone? Who blew it up?
Not me.
Not me. I'm on my 3rd motor.
Look, it was that guy.
Whoa, how you do that?
All right, boys and girls, we actually finally finished
We were up to like 7:38 last night, but it got too cold that we had to stop early. But I am done. Only thing that we have to do is recreate a new ground cable because I accidentally ripped that off when taking out the motor. But let me show you guys. Let me show you guys. Look, 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 look. Sheesh, boys. Everything is in. Look at that. AC, everything. Everything's connected. I didn't take this off to begin with, so I don't have to recharge it. But everything is in. Only thing we have to do is add a little bit more of oil and coolant. We are missing this hose right here. Your PCV valve that goes, literally goes from right here to like, there's like a little bung down here. I'm actually touching it, but it's literally right there. So I don't have that because it broke. All right, guys, you guys are not gonna believe it. I found some hose from the Integra. This is actually from the evap canister that my stock Integra had at the time, and I just cut some tubes up and put them together. So this is gonna go to the port on the actual block of the car, and then this goes to this bigger size hose right there, and then from the bigger size hose it goes up to the intake manifold. Save myself 150 bucks. Just kidding. It's like a $20 hose. I'm gonna get it, but I just want to start the car, but I don't want to start without it. So all right, it's finally about time, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen. I took out the fuel pump relay, which is right here, right in your little fuse box in the engine bay. So now we're gonna prime it with some oil. Batteries in, just got to connect the negative, and then we're gonna prime the fuel as well. All right, so I think that's the tensioner, because we did have like a faulty tensioner for the timing chain, but I'm kind of still gonna send it. All right, boys and girls, the car is on. We are good. No weird noises. I guess that was just a chain like settling or something, or it could be the tensioner, but we are good. All right, so I kind of forgot the camera at home, so we switched over to the phone real quick. Boys, it's driving well, but it sounds weird. I don't know how to explain it, but like the exhaust note is not what I'm used to. Like, let me see if I could give you a little downshift where you could hear something. Like, you hear it, it's a lot more rumbly. Like, I know it's a Subaru. Oh, there's a huge ass pothole there. Holy crap. I know it's a Subaru, but like, I don't know. It just sounds weird. It sounds like there might be like an exhaust leak, maybe, or something going on. Actually going to Calvin's right now just to see if my boy can help me out real quick. He doesn't know I'm coming though. Alright, I might just be a little paranoid, but I did fix the exhaust leak it had in the front. Calvin did say it really didn't have like an exhaust leak, but he doesn't remember what the car sounded like beforehand, so no help. Thanks, Teta. So the car is completely filthy, but look at her in all her glory. Boys and girls, she's finally out again. Look at that. Yo, there's so much ice on this freaking trunk because I kind of put a little bit of water to take the snow off, and yeah, it froze because it got dark. But boys, she needs a wash and a wide body and a turbo kit and an LS swap and everything. So do me a favor, like and subscribe so we can get this bad boy some mods, because she's looking a little bit too naked. Damn, boys, we did it. She is finally back out. All right, so we ran into our first problem. So if you remember the sensor that the connector broke and we got a new one off eBay, yeah, for some reason we're getting a code for that sensor right there, the shiny new one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this sensor up here and just swap it to see if I get the same code. Well, not the same code, but like, you know, like this is, for example, the code is P000B. So this is bank 1 B side right here, which is exhaust. If it switches over to P000A, bank 1 intake side, then I know it's the sensor that's messed up. So changing the sensor, it's going to be a super easy fix. Hopefully that's the only thing that pops up.
but so far so good. It's just a sensor. And if you made it this far, I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like, really, thank you. Comment down below dirty oil for I can know who the real ones are. All right, do me that favor. If you made it this far, dirty oil. And also remember, always make it happen no matter what's going on. That's our motto, boys. Make it happen. Don't forget. But anyways, on that note, peace out. Catch you guys in the next one.